Well, hello there. And this is Auntie, and I am here to do a bonus round. Just 1 second. Yeah, I'm back. This is your auntie, and everybody needs a sweet old auntie, right? Having one, it just would be nice. Cause everybody needs a sweet old auntie, right? So welcome to Auntie's Advice. Everybody needs a sweet old auntie, right? Having one, it just would be nice. Cause everybody needs a sweet old auntie, right? So welcome to Auntie's Advice. Hey y'all, bonus round. Woo! I want to make sure that I get a shout out to Jasmine Jazz. She said, I'm the first one. Hi to Kathy Kwan, all the way from South Korea, to Ashley Toborowski. Hi, boo. Tiffany J, PYT29, that's my girl. Lima Beamer, Miriam Kopak, Juju Bees, Jens PR, Brandy T, Mary Lorena, Dreamer. Did I say Jasmine? Yes, I did. Kimberly Marshall. Okay, praying like Esther. Okay, that's count. Praying like Esther. Girl, you saved, sanctified, and born again, five baptized out here. Kathy Munch. A soundtrack. LOL, I should be napping because I got to be in work in an hour, but I know that's right, PYT29. Thank you all for being back. I am going to be doing a bonus round on our girl Molly. And if you are part of my new official Facebook page, you would have already known this. Auntie has revamped her Cozy Cousins Corner Facebook page, and it is now called Auntie's Advice Official, in quotes. So if you are on Facebook, please send a request and answer three little questions, and you will be gained access to our channel. It is an opportunity for you to be up close and personal with your auntie, and you will not regret it. Or at least I'm hoping that you won't regret it. Thank you so much, and welcome to all of our new family members to our Facebook channel. It is growing. And yes, I am reopening my P.O. box. And so I will have that information in the description box starting tomorrow. And I think I'll go back on some of the videos because a lot of you all have been asking me about my P.O. box and wanting to send things and send me letters and stuff like that. And you all know I love that. And so I have reopened it. So without further ado, we're going to go ahead on and get into this review of Marley and Louise. And I am calling it Who is Your Mama? Okay. Thank you, Nadine, for the $2 super chat. Love you, Auntie. Hugs from Bama. Okay. Yes, girl. Represent your city and your state. Okay. All right. So anyway, as we saw this week, we saw Molly go to the lawyer's office and basically sign her divorce papers. And Molly, of course, you know, is a friend of the channel. And we basically had a discussion the other day, like I told you all. And, you know, because there were rumors out there that Louise was deported to the Dominican Republic. Did I say deported? Yeah, I did, deported. And so, according to Molly, she is not sure if he deported or not. She knows that they have not had the meeting with the USCIS. So they have not had the hearing to see whether or not he could qualify for his green card. She says that things don't look very well for him, allegedly, and that if he did get deported, it wasn't because it was by an illegal means. He would have been deported. Thank you so much, Trina Carter, for the 1999 super chat. Thank you so much, Boom. And so basically, Molly's like, if he's deported, Auntie, it's because he sent himself over there. So despite what you may have heard, or maybe confirming what you may have heard, if he's over there, it wasn't because, he had a hearing or anything like that. And so I'm hoping that, for Molly's sake, that he absolutely is gone back to the DR, because nobody wants to be frauded, in the words of Danielle, the relationship expert. Okay, because we all know that Danielle is a relationship expert. Okay, so anyway, we see Molly, basically the lawyer was like, look, once you sign this paperwork, Molly, you are officially divorced. Molly's like, look, I can't sign the damn paperwork fast enough. And so basically, she's divorced from Louise. She did confirm that to me. And of course, she confirmed that to me earlier on, but I could not disclose that information. One thing about y'all, Auntie, y'all know I be getting the tea and the scoop and the coffee and the Diet Coke and the Henny and everything else, as it relates to these people. But I'm not the one that jumps out there to give the information out. Okay, I do believe that discretion is important. And I think that, confidentiality, and when these stars, well, not stars, but when these reality, what do you call them? Reality stars. When they reach out to you, you have to, you have to keep their confidence. A lot of people always ask, Auntie God, why is everybody telling you? Why do you get to school? Why are they always talking to you? Auntie, how do you get these interviews? I get the interviews because I keep the information confidential. Okay. For many of you all, there is going to be, who are on my Facebook page, there is going to be a video done. It will only be done on my Facebook page, and it will only be done for those people who are subscribed. And we will be going in depth, having an in-depth discussion about one of the reality stars on this particular show. But you can only get the scoop if you're in the loop. And the only way you can be in the loop is if you hit that boop boop on Facebook, look for Auntie's Advice Official, and join. Okay. Now, trust me, my handy dandy notebook and my loving moderator, Sarah, is going to vet you to make sure that you are a subscriber before you get on there. Okay. So just keep that in mind. All right. So enough of the advertisements. So anyway, basically, Molly's divorced. And so now the next day she decides, the next day, next week or whatever, she decides that she's going to take Kinsley, out to the skating rink, and, they're going to have some time where they can bond with each other. And, she can try to, right all of her wrongs. But Molly, I'm afraid that, a ride and a trip to the roller skating rink is not going to fix the things that you have broken in your relationship with your daughters. We see Kinsley for the very first time. This is the first time I've really seen that, is that Kinsley looks very unhappy. She just doesn't look, happy. I'm not going to go but so far on talking about the little girl, but she just doesn't look happy. And Molly is talking about, Olivia being away from the home, that Louise is gone, and basically she wants to rekindle this relationship with her. So we see Olivia come into the skating rink, you know what I'm saying? Because we all know she has her own car and she's living with her own man in his mama's house. And so basically Olivia comes in and Kinsley's not happy to see her. I was really shocked that Kinsley wasn't like, jumping hip hop hooray. And so that lets me know that there's more things that are going on in this relationship between Molly and Ken, between Molly and Olivia, than we know, then has, hit the surface and reached the surface. There's some serious things going on between the two of them. And Kinsley is the gateway or the doorway, if you may, of getting a vision of how bad things are. Olivia recognizes right off the tippity top that Kinsley isn't happy. She says she asked, "You miss me?" Kinsley was like, "Yeah, yeah, whatever." I didn't know whether or not she was saying yeah to, did you miss me? Or yeah, I didn't say anything to you. But whatever it was, little chalk monster was not pleased to see her sister. And so Molly, of course, is trying to get the skates on. She's asking Olivia, can you do it? Can you thread it through? Can you do this? Can you do that? And the thing about it is, you look at the relationship between Molly and Olivia, and it's a very codependent relationship. And it's not Olivia being dependent on Molly, it's Molly being dependent on Olivia. And so basically, Molly is sitting down and she's telling Olivia, got a super chat. Hey, Kathleen Conley. Thank you so much for the $5 super chat. Hey, Auntie, long time follower. Clink, 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 clink. Yes, boo. Okay. What? Okay. Thank you so much, Kathleen Conley. I appreciate you, boo. So basically, we see this codependent relationship, and Molly is basically telling Olivia, "Hey, look, I have put divorce papers in. I sent them to Louise. Basically, I'm just waiting to see whether or not he's going to sign them." And so we know that this was taped before. Okay, it was taped before the signature because TLC didn't edit that out. Now, TLC, we need y'all to edit this stuff out because Molly is sitting at the skating rink and telling the child, I'm hoping that he gonna sign the paperwork and I'm gonna be divorced from him. And we saw on a earlier shot that baby, because you see, I'm giving the side eye because that side eye is eternal. And so now we looking up here, and you didn't already signed them. So now which one is it now, Mom? Okay, TLC, get that together. Get that editing crew together. They should have edited that out. But they was like, we here for the juice. Okay. So basically, Olivia is like, okay, so you know what? So Molly is like, look, I made a mistake. He's gone from the house. He's in New York or New Jersey, allegedly with his brother. He's living his best life on my dime. And I may make a mistake again. Now, see, here's where the error is. Because see, Molly, if you had learned from your mistake, you absolutely would not be sitting there telling Olivia that I may do this again. That's not any consolation for or no. That doesn't make your daughter feel better. Because how many times has she gone through this? Now, see, Olivia realizes and recognizes that there's something wrong with Kinsley, that Kinsley's spirit is broken, that Kinsley isn't as happy to see her as usual. And so she says, Kinsley doesn't understand what has happened, but I have, because I've had to see my mother cry. I've had to dry her tears. I've had to listen to the stress. I've had to see this man walk in and out. I've had to see him criticize my mother, for having owls in the house. I've seen all these things because my mother's maturity level is at such a low that she would dump that stuff on me. Now, a lot of people don't realize that it is not healthy for your children for you to dump that stuff on them. So Molly is not by herself in this. There are many, 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 many men and women who dump their issues onto their children. If you are one of, I'm hoping that you are seeing that it does not benefit your children for you to take your relationship. They should not be responsible for the decisions you make. And I've been saying that from day A. Why should your children have to be responsible for your mistakes? Molly, you went over there You picked up a living souvenir and you brought that damn thing back here. And now your daughter has had to pay the piper. When Marley sat there and began to give every excuse known to mankind as to why she picked him, indicating that she loved him, Olivia said, no, you were naive. You were dumb, Mom. Everybody told you. Everybody. One person that did not tell you that this man was here for all the wrong reasons. You were wrong for bringing that man into the house and for forcing Kinsley and I to have to endure that. And you know what, Mom? I am with Matthew. And you know what? I'm happy. I am happy just taking care of me. What a testimony, a horrible testimony from that your child has, that she now has to shack up and live with this man unmarried, not having the benefits of marriage, because there are benefits to being married. You now have caused your child to walk a path that you walk. Sometimes the sins of the parents do come down on the children. And because Molly allowed herself to be gullible and to fall for the BS from this living souvenir, her daughter now is finding herself in a relationship that has really basically been forced upon her, because maybe she would have, maybe she wouldn't. But the likelihood that she would have lived with Matthew prior to being married to him or prior to just getting out of high school may not have happened if Molly had been an upfront, upright, standing mom. And I know that, that's my homegirl, but Marley, no, I'm going to keep it all the way real on here. And I'm not going to cut any corners because it's Marley. I don't cut no corners for anybody else. Do I, Ashley? I don't cut the corners. You have pushed your daughter now into a relationship that no mother wants for their child. To be 18, 19 years old and you already shacking up with somebody. You already living up underneath somebody else's mama's roof. You don't even know what it means to leave your mother's house and go to college and live independently, to stand up on your own 2 feet because you were so desperate to get out of the situation that your mother forced you to be in. So you really can't blame Olivia. You can't say that Olivia is too grown or too fast or whatever, because basically she felt forced into that situation. So no judgment over here from Auntie. Okay. The thing about it is you watch a story play out and you know what, it'll educate you real quick. And so you never want to put your children in a position where they have to make a decision like that. Olivia basically told her mother, you made the decision. Everybody told you about it, Mom, and you didn't listen. And Molly's her defense mechanism is to try to justify and cover it up. Molly, there's no justification and no way that you can cover up this kind of behavior. You can't cover it up. You can't mask it. You can't make an excuse for it. The only thing that you can do at this point, Molly, is take accountability. And so now you're asking Olivia, now that the man is gone and you need another living babysitter. Yes, you need another living babysitter. Now you want her to come back home because Louise is not there for you to say, I need you to babysit and I need you to watch baby Kinsley and I need you to do knick-knack, paddywhack and give a dog a bone. He's not there anymore for you to say that. And so you need now Olivia to come back. And Olivia is like, look, damn it, I know you lonely. And I know you want me to come back. But I've enjoyed my freedom. And I'm coming back with conditions. Conditions on this relationship. Conditions on how you treat me. And I am not coming back to be Kinsley's live-in babysitter. Mom, you're going to have to step up into the plate. And one thing about Molly is she's a very, very intelligent woman, very business savvy. She's an entrepreneur who is tapping into an industry that only few women get to tap into. So I recognize Molly's power. I recognize Molly's strength. in one area, but in the area of love and affection, she's not there. If you notice, we rarely see her family anymore because I think that they have probably gotten to the point where they don't even want to be filmed, especially Big Papa. So I blame Molly for messing up my relationship with Big Papa. Okay, you'd have messed up the relationship for Auntie. Now, when you gonna say sorry for that? DM me on that, okay, Molly? But really, we have to, Molly has an opportunity to fix it with Kinsley. But the way that Kinsley's disposition was, she's probably going to be the one to give Molly the most headache. Because this girl will always and forever see her mother on the screen. It is already written in the stone and it is permanent that her mother brought this man over here from the Dominican Republic and married him and forced him upon them. And I don't know how she is going to stack up and how she's going to stand up and how she's going to be able to parent her daughter when she gets to the age where she wants to start dating somebody. I don't know how she's going to parent that. Fortunately for me, I don't have to explain that to any of my children or my daughter. But Molly, you got a tough road ahead of you. It's not over because Louise moved out of the house. It's not over because you don't have to financially take care of him. And it's not over because may possibly be back in the Dominican Republic. It is just starting with your girls. You have a lot of atonement that you have to do. A lot of atonement that you have to do. And I am hoping that you are ready to put your seatbelt on because you're about to get a bumpy ass ride. Trust me on that. It is about to be bumpy. So I'm going to put my glasses on. I'm going to open up the phone lines for just a couple of minutes. I didn't want this to be long and drawn out or anything. If you all won't have anything that you would like to say, you're going to call in. I know that some of you all have been calling in while other callers have been on the phone. And of course, you haven't been able to get through. And that is because your auntie kind of rigged it a little bit so that, other people could be able to, to communicate with auntie and everything. I want to say a special thank you. I think her name is RJ Stars, I believe it is. I'll make sure I get that name right. For the super chats that she sent me, I noticed that there was $20 in super chats. And I don't know if I ever got the opportunity to say thank you, but thank you. The phone lines are now open. You can call your auntie at 240-986-1536 if you would like to weigh in on the Amali situation, the Louise situation. Seesaws, did Louise get deported? We're not sure. Okay. Absolutely, Jennifer Chandler. She said she needs to know a man a little bit longer than 2 months before marrying him. Marie Schreiner said, why did she go and marry him before she had to? That I don't get. I don't think any of us get it. I think that he just, I think that the deed just was really good. And I think that it just blew her mind. And, she says that Louise is the one who wanted a vacation Molly, but I think she wanted a vacation Louise. I think she wanted that man that can, sling that D, you know what I'm saying, over and over and over and over again and just ram it, You know what I'm saying? She wanted Vacation Louise too. She had to realize that Vacation Louise was not going to be Daddy Louise. He was not going to be husband Louise. You're sitting there and you're saying, you're turning the tables and saying, well, he wanted Molly Louise. Well, what did you want? Because, when a man is slinging it like that for a week or so, while you and your homegirls there, don't mean he going to be doing it like that when you get him home. Because guess what? At the end of the day, he going to need some rest. You know what I'm saying? So, I'm just saying. Sometimes common sense ain't common sense. And you had to realize that, you was getting it that way, but he was like, nah. Okay. Okay, so what is Loretta Powell talking about? You going to fire me out again. What does that mean? You okay, Loretta? Yes, they do, Raspberry Kennedy. She said things always look better under the palm tree. Okay. Yes, it does, boo boo. Yes, it does. Oh, what a cute name. We love our little ones. That's what Louise said to Molly. Okay. Okay. All right. Well, since I have not received any phone calls, we're going to take a really quick break and we will be back at 8 o'clock sharp and we will be talking about Pedro and Chantel. Or did I say, let me call my moderator and figure out who I said was going to come out there first. See you all in 5. Love you.